late game. Like, they have really strong mid game already with their other 4 heroes. They saw the Medusa and they're like, okay, they want to have a strong late game carry. We're gonna make sure that we have a safe draft that can contest them late game if it goes that far.
Yes.
So they pick Sniper.
Yes.
And Ush might actually be playing Sniper mid this game. Sniper mid is hard to deal with for Puck because of his attack animation.
We've seen this before from us too, and this is what I was talking about when we got into the draft. Was you don't see TC go to the safe lane too often, but he does. He can go there. I mean, he used to play the safe lane carry for Liquid for a long time. Maybe Korok switched off, but no, really TC Sniper. All right. I mean, us just know to play this hero, but they swap it. They're just like, nope, we're not going to use Satisfaction. So
actually, all 3 of the core players in SNA are known to be Sniper lovers. IX Mike loves offlane Sniper.
He really does. The only time I played with Mike in like I guess not a pro match, but I played with him in IXDL once, and God, that was miserable because he just I was so bad. I don't remember what hero he was playing, but he was playing Sniper, and he loves that hero, man. That's one of his heroes. So. I'm surprised you're really keeping the flank to a minimum here. I thought you would make a comment about my play. But.
No.
You're keeping it in. You're not Lamona. You're over on here. I guess that's fine. I'm totally down for it. But here we go. Virtus.pro Polar versus Sneaky Nix Assassins. 2-game series. For Virtus.pro Polar, let's get into some introductions. Godblack's going to be on the Spirit Breaker to draft, obviously the leader of Virtus.pro Polar. Will is going to be on the Skywrath Mage. He's going to be right now just an aggro trialing, but I don't know if this is going to shape up to be that. As you have DK focus on this Hazard, but probably keep him safe. We'll see Scandal on the puck for the mid lane, and then bottom lane it's going to be Illidan Storm Rage. So far in the solo safe lane Medusa, but they'll probably roam the supports down to that bottom lane for Virtus.pro Polar. So that'll be Virtus.pro Polar.
You can do Sneaky Nix intros as well.
Alright, I was just making sure. Yeah. Sneaky Nix Assassins, we've got Fluff and stuff, they'll be playing the Shadow Shaman. He picks up the Invis rune, it's going to run right into Godblack and say hi to him. Meanwhile, mid lane it's going to be TC on the sniper as we talked about earlier. Bottom lane, IX Mike will be on the Sentinel Roamer. Top lane, Whitebeard, the Wraith King, and Ush is going to be your safe lane farming Rana. So early on, Fluff is looking for potential kill. He has nothing skilled up yet. He's maybe going to go for Shackles here, we'll see. Maybe try getting in the kill with Lockdown, but already roaming through. He hasn't scabbed that little just yet, but there is this sentiment here coming out from Virtus.pro Polar. So they have an understanding that Fluff is nearby. They know they're dead.
With VP.POLAR supports, they didn't actually buy sentries right away. As soon as they saw Fluff and stuff around the top rune area, they bought sentries and tried to deward him. Fortunately, they missed. And with Nyx's supports, or Sneaky Nix Assassins, they had their Wraith King buy everything, and he also bought a smoke, so he got chicken, obs, and a smoke, so they could get boots first on their roster to try and get early kills. Getting boots first on the roster when they're doing a defensive tri-lane is because they were afraid of an aggressive tri-lane coming out from VP.POLAR. If Rasta doesn't have boots, he's gonna have a hard time getting shackles off, and he'll just get focused and killed.
His base movement speed is so slow that you really need boots, essentially. I mean, Ush has no boots, and Fluff is running about the same speed that the Rana is at this point without boots. So
Skywrath is 325 without boots, and Rasta with boots is 335. It's kind of disgusting.
Ridiculous. Skywrath, I guess you could fly, that's fine, but like just maybe just nerf his base movement speed a little bit, or. You really don't need to buff, obviously, the rosters. Phobos is looking for the top rune spot right now. 2 minutes in, Fluff's going to go ahead and get it. It is the bounty, so Phobos gets nothing out of that. Fluff is getting right click down, however, although he's fine. Whitebeard's coming in just to help out as well, but they're not going to try to go for a kill. So early on, just trying to control the runes, nothing too crazy here. And just getting a lot of last hits. But there is going to be a charge. Looks like they're going to try to go for Mike here. Will has no boots. He's going to throw up the Arcane Bolt. That actually did nothing. So just instead of wasting mana coming out from both the Spirit Breaker and the Skywrath.
Nope. IX Mike has boots, so he's going to be pretty much fine in this offlane. And what just happened with the creep wave getting pulled to the side is definitely going to help him out and getting some more last hits to work towards his Tranquils.
Yeah, the Tranquils early on is going to be very important. They could also stack some of these camps here and have him double-edge them a little bit later, so that he actually get into the game with his contact early on. Because he's not getting much out of this bottom lane right now. If you look at Mike, he's sitting at level 2. He does have the creep, at least one creep pulled back towards his tower. On the other side of things, Tidehunter is stacking Ancients, and this is something you don't see that often on a Radiant Tide. But I guess it's going to work out just fine. And also that could be good for Medusa later on as well. She gets a switch shot.
SNA's controlling their safe lane extremely well this game, and Tide isn't able to get much up there at all. He can die so easily to their combination of heroes. They have 3 disables. So he can't push up. He'll just die and give up first blow, which is why he's stacking Ancients and now going into the jungle.
Yeah, this is something that, I mean, they'll get levels eventually, but this is taking a long time. Fluff is wrapping around to the bottom lane. They're making a huge move trying to find something to commit to here. They're not out of smoke yet. They're going to run right into Godlike. They're going to Shackle as well. Whitebeard's going to come in. They're not really doing the damage here. They are going to Wraith Fire Blast. They need to get Mike in. He can charge away and will do so. He's going to get out alive. Scandal's going to help him out here as well. They're going to south him up. Courier's going to come through. Whitebeard getting chased down as well. But on the other side, they will grab the kill. Illidan getting it. Using Mystic Flare. That'll be the Rossi going down. Fluff dying. And they lose Whitebeard as well. They couldn't get the kill. They had no damage really coming out from them. And they, of course, turn and lose the here in the process. So a bit unfortunate not coming up with some
Real quick, I'm getting told by Fog that your video is garbage on the stream.
Excellent.
You need to check that out. And yeah, that double kill for VP is huge for them early game. I don't think... Oh, and TC's getting dove right now by the Spirit Breaker, but Charger's still cooldown, so he'll walk away and live. Salve up. That was a really aggressive early game smoke coming out from SNA. As Godlike is now getting stunned. He still has charge up, so he should be okay. Let's get headshot.
He's fine. He's out
Yeah, no headshot.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate, and they just charge him away. This is actually really working out, is that Godlike can just charge out of any bad situation, and he's the hero that's getting focused down the most. Ice Mike in the bottom lane, Arcane Bolt is about to go, and they will grab the kill on Sky's getting it, since it does go down. As far as the video is concerned, that shouldn't be on my end. Everything's looking solid, so I don't know why that's happening, but
okay.
it's a Twitch thing, so
I need
I'll look at it later. But
correct myself as well. Headshot doesn't mini stun.
Nope.
So I wouldn't have
Yeah,
canceled
they changed
it. Forgot about the sniper change. Early push coming out from Sneaky Nick's Assassins. The Tide rotates back up. He's level 3 now. He got that in the jungle. He only got level 2 from lane earlier. He's getting some experience out of this push though. VP though, they take the tower first on bottom lane.
TC is getting charged. Dreamcoil is going to go. He's going to try to right-click down Scandal here. He's going to use the Waiting Rift. Does miss. Moonlight Shadow is going to fly. Nether Blasters or Nether Strike isn't there. They will not be able to get the kill on TC as the Moonlight Shadow comes in at just the right time. Scandal getting assassinated, but there's the phase shift. Easily done. Nicely played coming up from virtus.pro. They don't get the kill, but they're roaming around the map pretty well. And I'm going to restart the stream quickly.
Good arrow from Ush at the top rune. There's a lot of rune fights right now. Because of the bounty rune and rune spawning everywhere, and they just knew that a support was going to be going to the top rune. Ush threw out the arrow and caught him. Well played, Sneaky Nick's Assassins.
Alright, I'm upset. I don't know why the bit rate was 300 instead of 3,000, but that actually is infuriating. Either way, we're back in the game. I don't know what happened. But,
it's okay.
Well, glad
First
I got
cast of the day problems, right?
Say again?
First cast of the day problems.
Yeah, something like that. You know, it's just like first game of the day, but even more infuriating. TC's getting charged yet again. His farm is okay. 28 last hits. He's doing well against Scandal in the mid lane, but the problem is also in the bottom lane. Medusa's getting absolute free farm. Illidan is sitting at 43 last hits. He's got his Perseverance now done. He's got Boots of Speed, no Midas or anything, but I mean, this is pretty good farm for Illidan at 7 minutes in. He's getting a lot of CS here.
The offlaner for SNA is getting a lot more than the offlaner for VP. It's only a level 4.5 Tide who has to go back to the jungle yet again. He stacked his Ancients again as well. Meanwhile, the supports from VP aren't controlling bottom lane. They left, like, you saw all the charges from Godlike. They weren't pulling the lane back. So Ice Mike is able to get a lot of experience on bottom. He's closing in on level 6 after this creep wave dies.
And still not about 1,000 gold. He's only at 800 or so, which is fine. And he'll get his Blink Tagger eventually. He's not getting that much farm, but still he's getting levels, which I think is also important to talk about.
Getting level 6 on Centaur does a lot to protect your sniper.
You're kind of play scared once you have your Stampede ready to go. And also TC obviously can get Stampede away if you get jumped on. Although Dreamcoil can keep you close, you will have to still be careful. And the Blink Daggers I think also the big thing for X Mike 88. Again though, They're actually looking for a kill. Stomp was about to go on Godlike, but he seems to be fine now. His Fluff is in this bottom lane. There was a fast start coming up for virtus.pro, but now it feels like Mixed Assassins are doing a nice job securing farm for us in the top lane, just securing farm and experience down bottom for Ike's. But you talked about this earlier, was that they're controlling the top lane so well that Photos can't get anything out of it. So it just feels like they've got to get some room for this high for him to get Lopuses, because Ravage is really going to get really useful in these fights in the next couple of minutes.
And SNA with their supports, they're prioritizing experience on Whitebeard with him doing the pull. Meanwhile, Fluff for the past little bit has been sitting behind TC mid, and now he's sitting behind Mike bottom. He was just sitting around the farmer that he thought was going to get ganked to protect them from charge and then death. Meanwhile, smoke comes out from Fluff and Mike, now that Mike just hit level 6 and has Stampede ready to go.
This is something you maybe should expect if you're very pro-polar, but we'll have to see if they can see this gank coming. Fluff is going to run up to the high ground. There's the Stampede. Heck's going to go. Scandal in trouble. They're going to get the Assassinated off double edge as well. Easy kill. TC's getting charged currently, but Godlike is not going to continue that charge. They will get the kill there. A nice kill. They'll get about 500 gold going their way on top of it, so Sneaky Mix Assassins get him over the second kill. TC was the one who picked it up, so that'll get him some more farm as well.
Stampede into Hex, not much that Scandal could have done there to live.
This gets blown up, man. Although, I mean, you're a puck, you have escape mechanisms. If you get Hex and Jack, you're just gonna die. That's about it, so.
Yep.
Some more farm going for pretty much everybody.
In terms of support levels, level 4 on the Wraith King, level 5 on the Rosso that kill on Puck, so he got caught up in experience. So he was only level 4 before that kill. On VP, Skyrath is level 4, and Spirit Breaker is level 5, and he's charging top and then backing off.
Although Godlike does have his urn already, which is nice at the very least. Scandal has Trex, he's got his Molotov in, not really anywhere close towards that. He gets Arrow, that's a problem. Meanwhile, there's going to be an Ancient Seal. Ush getting a bit too aggressive here. Charge coming through as well. Ush in some trouble. He can Moonlight, but there's going to be the Waning Rip coming through with the Jaunt. Scandal picks up the kill. A bit too aggressive from Ush. He's like, hey, what's going on? I arrowed you, but actually I'm just going to die. So that's unfortunate.
And he leapt in the Heroes round. Always a sad thing to see when you're playing Potom.
It really is. It's like, I got a good arrow, but I'm still dead. Nothing you can really do about that, but at least TC is getting farm now. He picks up the haste through. He's gonna go for drum. It looks like he has treads already, so.
He also has an Achille. He's getting the early game stat items, so he doesn't get blown up instantly when he gets going on, because maybe Sniper. I hear that people like to go on.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the most ganked heroes in the game, or at least he should be.
Yeah, he doesn't have an escape mechanism. He has to rely on teammates to help him live.
Also really good positioning. He's getting max take aim right now, so he really doesn't want the headshot. He's all about pushing shrapnel and doing some decent tower damage here, but also the take aim is going to keep you alive in these early game fights, so.
Take aim and Potamol and Central.
Yes. I think you have to have Central if you're playing with a sniper. Like, it's just, or something that can do that kind of an escape mechanism.
Just
so.
Heroes that get in there and are tanky, like Centaur and Wraith King. They just get in there. You have to deal with those heroes. You can't really get into the back for Sniper unless you choose a really good angle of initiation.
I like how you put that. You just get in there. They gotta get in. They gotta get in there and fight.
That's what those heroes do, man. They just get in there.
Yeah, they really do. 1,600 gold for X-Wing, so he'll be getting in there soon with that Blink Tagger, but until that comes, I mean, they're going to have to play a bit more passively. They'll have Stampede to use to try to fight. Illidan is being aggressive down in this bottom lane, and TC actually gets the kill in that mid lane. There are 3 heroes around that tier 1 tower mid, and he keeps shrapneling it, and they don't even use the glyph. Actually, I'm not sure if they use the glyph or not. It does get refreshed. TC getting charged, Dream Coil. They have Stampede, but he's in some trouble. There's going to be Moonlight Shadow. They do have Dust. TC getting another strike down. He's still alive, though. There's going to be the Rage Fire Blast. TC will fall, but Godlike is going to go down as well. They already got Scandal. A 2-for-1 trade. Huge fight. Meanwhile, Lil's trying to get out. Looks like he will do so. Arrow's going to sail through. That's a little bit off the mark there, Ush.
He thought that he was going to go up the ramp and go to the left. Lil ran straight down and got away.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, during that, Fluff is getting his level 6, and they did get level 7 on Wraith King off of getting experience on both of those kills. Diving into Shrapnel in a tower, that was so much damage. Shrapnel's slow is so strong. 30% for a forever duration, it feels like, at 9 seconds.
Yeah.
You just take so much extra damage from the tower when you can't run away.
Yeah, it's actually just ridiculous. And they got obliterated in that engagement. Really good reaction coming up from Team Phoenix Assassins. They're playing very well in this game right now. Again, it comes down to them doing building a bit later on, who has threats, he's got his perseverance, he's trying to get towards the Lincoln Sphere, obviously. He has the most net worth in the game. You look at Fluff, he is going to be going for Medallion, so I mean, they want to take Roche early on here, they want to have that advantage. And there's Ix, Mike's, Blink Dagger as well. So now the fighting should start for Speed Phoenix Assassins, and you also have your level 6 coming up for Whitebeard. In fact, he's level 7, he's holding the point so that he doesn't use his reincarnation, you know, earlier or something, I don't know.
If that's the PPD thing, if your rank 1 ult is a 4-minute cooldown on Wraith King, a little bit longer than 4 minutes, you don't want to get ganked and have that pop off and then in a team fight 2-3 minutes later you don't have it. So you just save the points, so if you get ganked and you're dead twice anyway, you don't use your ult. And when you come to the team fight, you have it.
Are Roshi now.
Yeah, they definitely
they might get a kill, but... Look out, buddy. Oh, that's a really poor time for illusions. That's rather unfortunate coming out for SNA. There's still smoke that at least Fluff is, but they can't get into the Roche pit now. The illusions actually just ruined that smoke into Roche, and they're actually going to head bottom, and Illidan is maybe dead. They have Stampede, they're going to use it. There's the Shrapnel coming out as well. He's going to use his ultimate now. Ix-Mike's going to turn away. Fluff. Oh, uh-oh.
Ix-Mike's trying for body blocks, but can't get it.
Double edge, no stomp, and that's just the ultimate coming out from Illidan. They will use the Moonlight Shadow. Us is down bottom as well. They're all rotating here. They want to try to fight. They want to make something happen. Meanwhile, Puck is top. And he should have a TPI, I imagine. He does. His Blink Dagger is now ready to go. They have Ravage up on the Tide Hunter, so just a really poor engagement spawn there.
Scandal saw that the courier was in use, so he's just running to the side shop to buy his Blink Dagger so he can react if they do push bottom lane.
This is the smart play coming up from VP.POLAR. Obviously, you have your ultimate coming out from Illidan, and he has some pretty good map awareness to know that they were all rotating bottom towards him.
Well, lol, saw them. He scouted them in the illusion rune.
Yeah, that's true. And Mike Stampede, he's like, I'm gonna get this kill, but no, not so tough.
Yeah, Polar just wasted a lot of time and created some space for Scandal with that whole, all the shenanigans that just occurred in bottom lane.
15 minutes. Arrow, Scandal does get hit up with it. Now Ush is going to try to fight. Does he have the damage? Right-clicking him down, Starstorm. Easy solo kill. Ush somehow finds the arrow. And he shoots it, he hits it. So nicely done. Ush grabbing the kill, and that'll get him up towards 1500 gold, plus his Yasha phase and a Tequila.
Ancients continuing to be stacked up for VP.POLAR. They already had Ancients cleared out by DK Phobos, who has a mechanism now. Not Blink, he opted to go for the mech first team. And they're stacking up Ancients either for the Tide Hunter or the Medusa. Medusa doesn't have any points in split shot as of right now, so it's probably just going to end up being the Tide that takes it.
Yeah, this is going to be just Anchor Smash for the DK Phobos' Blink actually. She has 800 gold. I mean, you have the mech first.
He caught up a lot with Ancients.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, as bad as the time as he had top, he just stacked those up, and they really weren't able to stop him from doing that. So.
He's 1k net worth ahead of the Centaur because of Ancients. Because Ix-Mike was able to get more from bottom lane.
It's actually kind of ridiculous. They won EV offering battle kind of hard. Well, not super hard, but still.
On SNA, whenever they have Wraith King, they always do this. Whitebeard, after he hits his early treads, he'll buy a Quelling Blade and just start farming the jungle. He can sustain himself pretty well with Vampiric Aura, and he just sits there clicking through it.
Choke point jungling. It's going pretty well for him. And he looks like he's probably going to go for the antagonist. That's what you usually see for a Wraith King, at least a support Wraith King. And they're actually taking Ancients as well. They have Medallion, CC's right clicking him down. He's going to be getting a Yasha next, and maybe towards the magic style. They tried to take Roche earlier with smoke. They can do that again. They have one on them, and they might just smoke right after the Ancients into the Roche pit. But you have to be careful that VP.POLAR doesn't win in there. They are taking the Ancients right now, and DK.POLAR should be getting a lot of the farm here. Oh god, that's actually just an absurd amount. Stampede mid lane, they're going to try to catch out Godlike Stomp, Assassinate, Double Edge, Ether Shock, one right click coming out from Fluff, gets the kill.
We might see nice Roche from SNA right now. They have wards up still. They haven't used their wards yet.
Yeah,
no, they're not rotating
tower. The only tower they got, well, they got top, they also got mid, but TC obviously getting involved with the Shrapnel as well. They're going to head to the Roast Pit right now. Maybe? No, I'm not sure. They're thinking about it. They'd head bottom and take the tower instead.
If they wanted to do roast, they had to rotate right away as soon as they killed Godblack. They chose not to.
They did. She's getting right put down by Elden. Meanwhile, he does have his Monkey Spirit, so he's not as big of a target here to get caught out.
Especially with Centaur ult on cooldown. Unless they hit an arrow on him, they've got no chance of killing him with rank 4 mana shield.
He shot there earlier, was close to hitting, but did not connect, so Ush is actually just getting charged by Godlike for whatever reason. And he's right under his tower. Ush actually takes a huge hit coming out from that mistake. Godlike chances to charge as he does go right through Fluff, so they say, okay, listen, there's two Space Cow here, let's not do anything too crazy. And they're going to head towards the mid-top lane, and Whitebeard actually goes for a Midas, interestingly enough.
Scandal pushed in a huge creep wave top, so I said, okay, I'll stop pressuring bottom and trying to farm it. I'll just go farm top lane now. TP's up there. He finishes his Manta style.
I'll tell you what, this is the biggest far cry of the game that I've seen. From Secret Assassin's Game 2 against Complexity to this game. This is all farming. This is all just relaxed Dota, for the most part. Whitebeard throws out a casual Wraith Fire Blast on Godlike for whatever reason, and decides to sit back in the lane and take some more farm. His Midas is coming out pretty soon, but it's going to be late. Again, he could have just gotten the Blink Dagger if he really wanted, but I guess he wants that extra bit of gold going his way.
Getting the Midas, he'll probably get the Blink right afterwards. That's just saying, okay, we know that you are playing for the late game here. You're not going to look to be aggressive, so I'm just going to get a Midas, and we're going to have an extra farmed up hero, where your supports aren't going to be as farmed up.
And at this point too, I mean, you look at the late game situation for Nyx Assassins in comparison to virtus.pro, you have not only a Sniper and a Morana, but you also have a Wraith King now too, like we talked about, who's going to farm up with that Midas, so it looks pretty good. Although he might get caught out, yeah, Illusory Orb, Ancient Seal, they don't connect on it, but they might just jump through. He's just going to get charged down, bashed up, Whitebeard. That is going to be your reincarnation, so he'll try to waste some time. No TP's coming in, Scandal, he's been waiting right there. There's the Gush as well. Charge, another strike coming in, and they grab the kill finally. But that means that Roshan is going to get brought low by sneaky Nyx Assassins, so the tier 1 trade coming out that we see so often. Illidan is nearby, but I don't think they're going to try to contest this. This should be a Roche 4 sneaky Nyx Assassins.
Yep. Tier 1 hero for Roshan. It's a fine trade for both teams.
Oh. Good stuff coming out.
Teams are now even on towers. Both teams have killed 2 tier 1s.
Pretty close game, all things considered, but
getting rid of that safe lane tier 1 is pretty important. Not as important as the mid tier 1 for Dire, but getting rid of the safe lane gives you a lot more access to their jungle to play aggressively.
Also, making sure Illidan doesn't have his map control where he can safely sit down in his bottom in the farm and have TP rotations come out from his team, so yeah, I mean, this is looking good for both squads. If you look at the net worth chart, it is in favor of virtus.pro by 1,000 today. 21 minutes in, and in this patch, that's nothing. Yeah, that's absolutely nothing. And experience-wise, it's about even. So, I mean, this is a very close game, all things considered. But, again, the game goes late, and even with the Medusa, I don't know, you still are looking at a really strong Nyx Assassin squad with a lot of late game potential here, so.
Ancient Stack being killed up by Snod, Ancient Stack being killed up by VP at the same time.
Wow.
Farming games! Yeah!
Exciting! This is what you wanted to see from both squads 21 minutes in. They're playing really good Dota, but
Midas finished up on Whitebeard. Illidan's closing in on that Manta. He's got the Ashen 1400.
Well, that's actually a huge item coming out from Medusa. He's falling pretty well. He's level 15. He's actually the highest level in the game currently. He's just been sitting in, he's been hitting creeps, man. He's got 200 last hits in 22 minutes. It's pretty solid coming out for Medusa.
Yep.
I think that's probably one of the highest I've seen. Manta now done for the Sniper as well, so Manta's all over the damn place. Everyone's going to be going for illusions here, so.
And an illusion rune on Sniper. There's going to be so many snipers in the next fight.
Illusion Central. Moonlight Shadow's going to go. They missed the arrow. Scandal getting strapped from up. He's going to phase shift it. And they're not actually going to be able to get a kill here. There is the Sentry Ward up on the high ground that gets pinged out. Someone's from Godlike. They're saying, listen, we saw somebody there. Let's not do anything too crazy. I expect he's going to continue farming on the top lane. Same with Whitebeard. They are really just they're trying to get towards this late game right now for Sneaky Nick's Assassins, but you can say the same thing about virtus.pro. I mean, Illidan's not really doing much other than just farming the bottom lane, so at 22 minutes in, and my question is, it's something I've talked about a lot, when we move into the later game, who do you favor here? This is a standard question, I guess, but
It's whoever gets that one better engagement. I'd say that Medusa's really good late game, obviously, and Illidan is not afraid to buy rapiers, which are pretty much a core item on Medusa late game. You don't have enough damage without it. But that Wraith King aura could be the difference maker for SNA. Plus they have two really tanky initiators that just get in there.
Oh my god. Scandal just got blown up in that top lane, jeez.
You're a potty mouth.
I'm sorry. My apologies, team.
Once Medusa finishes Manta, he has rank 4 split shot now. Those images are going to split push hard and be a nuisance for SNA. There's something that you have to deal with, and they're going to create even more space for VP to farm.
That's actually just... Ooh, Golden, look out! Does he get arrow? He's actually okay. Will comes through. We're just going to make sure he doesn't cut out of position here. And back to farm we go, back to the jungle, everybody. Okay. Take 2. So, 24 minutes. Runes. I think right now also, Nick's Assassins are controlling the map pretty well. As long as they continue to get Roshan okay, that's a maelstrom, so no blink dagger actually coming out from the right team. They just want to fight. I just want to cast ahead home because he's low. He's going to be the core staff. Mobility item is always a really good decision here. And a lot of the North American players like to have on their off lanes more mobility than anything else. Less utility. So.
Fortunes change.
Alright, well, I mean, this is actually getting good. Well, pause coming up from Lil. Looks like there's some lag coming through. We are playing on USC, obviously, and this is a 2-game series. First game on USC, second game will be on Luxembourg. So, if you think about it in a purely pragmatic standpoint, Nick's Assassins probably are the favorites in this first game, at the very least, so.
Yeah. Alright, I was fixing some settings. Apparently I'm echoing you in Dota TV. And I think I might have just fixed that. Maybe. Bog will let me know if it's fixed or not.
Alright, well.
Once the delay catches up. Let's see. Medusa now has the Manta finished. So the split push is real from VP.
They also have a jam up on level. It's actually just in the inventory. It's in the stash. He has grab it. They're going to smoke up. This is virtus.pro. They want to be aggressive now. They're going to head to the bottom lane. Illidan is going to take this tier 2 tower, but the blink stop is going to go. Illidan does have his ultimate to go. He's going to try to take the tower. He will pop the ultimate off. Mike turns away. Goblet charging on TC. Moonlight Shadow. Manta Style is out. Now there's going to be the Sentinel Stampede. Ravage is going to go only on one, I believe. That'll be on Whitebeard. Meanwhile, Gush, Anchor Smash going through. They grab the kill. That'll be on Godlike. Now Illidan getting pushed back as well. They get the tier 2 tower. They're still going. Whitebeard has the stun in 1 second. Even they're going to fly. Illidan getting caught out. Stampede not used. But the stop is going to come in. They also use the surfer words as well. Scandal phase shift. He's going to jaunt away in a second. Gets towards the Ancients, but Sneaky Nick's Assassins take the fight 3-0. Big fight going after him, and that's Ravage, who's pretty much on nobody. DK focused on a great Moonlight Shadow coming out as well from Ush. He's still not done yet. He's going to chase. He's got the arrow he's already used. DK Polo might be caught out of position, but they certainly will get the single tower in this bottom lane.
VP were baiting their Medusa bottom lane. They knew that SNA was going to jump him with their Blink Centaur while he was pushing that tower. Medusa is a very tanky hero that's hard to kill. And so SNA knew that they weren't going to get the kill. They ended up burning about 80% of Medusa's mana though, which makes the hero a lot less tanky. And with Moonlight Shadow and Centaur ult, they're able to disengage and run so far away, and VP just kept chasing. And they overextended on a couple of their heroes. They forced out a bad Ravage, and SNA just capitalized on that. They're able to take the team fight. Now they're going for a tier 2 tower of their own.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, they got a lot out of that team fight coming up against Sneaky Nick's Assassins, but they won't be able to get the tower. Whitebeard does have reincarnation. They might try to re-engage on this fight. Illidan getting right click down, but he does have his mana shield. Stampede away. They don't want to use the reincarnation if they don't have to. Arcane Bolt is sailing through, and it should do enough to get the kill here. He should fall, and he will. Charge going through. He does not get the Wraithfire blast off. TC getting charged up. Link stop onto 2. Godblack getting brought low. There's the Dream Crawl coming in. Whitebeard. They use the ultimate coming out from Illidan. Fluff gets obliterated. Godblack getting assassinated heat balls, 2-for-1 exchange again. Illidan taking so much damage with that mana shield coming up. Mystic Flare, they grab the kill. They're going to try to get the team wipe on TC and sneaking into Assassins. Double kill for Illidan. And now this is Podreese coming after virtus.pro and CC Nix Assassins. Now they're starting to fight here.
That's a big fight. Mistake came out from Mush in that fight. When they were running away initially, he leapt into the trees and got stuck around this area and had no TP scroll to get out. Obviously, Leap was on cooldown, so he just had to sit there, and he wasn't able to join them in turning that fight.
And that's a tier 2 tower. Tier 3 tower getting brought low. I don't know. They might not be able to defend this. They will arrow Scandal. Tier 3 might actually fall here. They don't have TC for another 30 seconds. He does have buyback though. Might have to use it. Silver Woods are going to get placed down. They will actually just back up. They're not going to force the buyback out. The illusion's going on the range racks. And this is smart, safe play from virtus.pro. Gets them the tier 3 tower and actually gets them right back into this. There was a 3,000 gold lead after that fight coming up from Nix Assassins. It's back to even again. Back and forth we go in this game at about 30 minutes in. And probably just the beginning of this one.
If you look at the warding that just came out over the last couple of minutes from VP, they want control of this next Roshan. They know that it's going to be up soon, up as Illidan gets stunned.
He's going to pop the ultimate as well. Stone Gauge, but, I mean, they can't really kill him with Vanish Shield up. That's what the issue is. Every time he just jumps into the fray, he's got his Vanish Shield on, and they just can't bring him down. They can't even do any damage to him at all, really. So until they can burn that mana, this is going to become an issue, I think, for sneaking Nix Assassins. And this actually could be a game where Mirana building a diffuser wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. I'm not sure if we really need to go for that, but it's not an awful choice here for sneaking Nix Assassins. Yeah, they also want Roshan, clearly. It is up, but again, you talked about the wards coming out. There's this line of wards coming out from virtus.pro that they just have complete vision of the right side of the map, for the most part. So virtus.pro will know that Nix Assassins are heading towards that roach pit pretty much at all points.
Two huge items just got picked up on VP as well. They got their Hex on Puck and Shiva's up on Tidehunter, which will help them out immensely in the next team fight.
Yeah, those came out quickly. I didn't really see him need to be building the Shivas, but they've got those items. I was just going to try to pick up a haste, and he will. He does have his MKB now, so he's got a bit more damage here. He's going to leap away, doesn't want to get caught out of position. And they actually take down the tier 1 tower in the mid lane with just one illusion going through and getting the kill. So all of a sudden, Seeking Nix Assassins are going to lose their map control. Although Whitebeard is getting close to the owner, but here we go. virtus.pro, they're going to flip the ward aggressively, and they're going to head into Roche. It looks like they can take this. They have complete control, and they see exactly where Seeking Nix Assassins are. And even if they Moonlight Shadow, they're understanding that they might be, they're going to get jumped on, so they can just always get out of the pit quickly too. But they're not going into Roche yet, so.
Yeah, Snod's got a smoke on their courier to be able to contest the Roche, and they just finished Mjolnir up on TC. Or no, not on TC, on Whitebeard rather. So Whitebeard's still not going for the blink, he just got a Mjolnir to farm faster and do some big damage in team fights.
They actually have no real mobility other than Ice blanking his blink force. I mean, Fluff doesn't even have a blink deck, which you usually see on a Shadow Shaman, so... obviously a blink to work with too, which is nice, but... I mean, just getting a blink out Sense Zero is huge to catch Heroes out of position. Illidan has a point booster, interestingly enough.
Yep, he's working on Scotty next.
Yeah, okay. I was like, trying to figure out what item that would be, but yeah, it is going to be Scotty's now. That'll be a nice pickup coming up for him. That dash is just going to be huge. He'll be able to blow everybody up, be tanky enough where he won't die, especially considering his mana pool. His mana shield does have obviously Sultan still, so I mean this is... I was talking about the late game, and I just feel like Medusa's just got such a grasp over this game right now, and he's also level 19 as well. He's got so much farm, he's 3-1 and 3, he's got 297 last hits, so not quite at that 300 CS at 30-minute mark, but he's pretty damn close, so...
Yeah, the question there for him was between Scotty and Butterfly. He's going for Scotty to have more overall health and mana. He doesn't feel he needs extra damage from Butterfly with all the attack speed and agility. Butterfly will definitely be his next item, and then he'll probably finish off with the Rapier as his last. Meanwhile, on Snot's side, TC is building an MKB, which he will have very soon, which he actually just finished. So yeah, Scotty's done, MKB is done. TC knew that at some point in the game, Medusa is getting a Butterfly, so he needs to have an MKB.
And that's the same for us as well. just to have that extra bit of a victory streak. They are going to find this out. Fluff's going to get brought low as well. Ravage is going to go. They connected on Hikes Mike and Fluff as well as Ush getting brought down. 2-for-1 change trade. Goblin getting brought low. He will fall. Illidan pops the Stone Gaze. Now chasing after Whitebeard. There's the Scotty. Whitebeard does have his ultimate, but you shouldn't probably re-engage on the back end of this. However, Ush is going to go in Scandal low. He's down. Ush is getting brought low by the Scotty attacks. Illidan is manning up, and he's trying to go to town. But there, the mana shield is now gone. Illidan getting brought low. TC is right-clicking from the backside, and he is bringing him down. Arrow sails through. Doesn't matter. They finally, after what seems to be a minute-long fight, they bring him low enough to get the kill. And Nyx Assassins miraculously win the engagement, and they'll take Roshan on the back end of this.
They couldn't get in there on the sniper. They had an excellent initiation, and they got rid of Ike's Mike before he could ult. They got rid of Fluff and stuff, although Fluff had his wards on Roshan the entire time in the pit. But they just couldn't get on the sniper at all. They were forced to just kill Wraith King once to get him out of the fight, but they could not catch up to that sniper.
And that's actually, again, we talked about keeping your sniper safe in this situation. Reincarnation did a fantastic job of making sure they got zoned out and they couldn't get up to the high ground and take down Sniper. I mean, TC was pretty much up here on the high ground and even here on the low ground for a lot of that fight. And they had no way of dealing with him at all. The real gap closer that they had coming out from Scandal, I mean, he was close, but he wasn't close enough to get the kill or even locking down the Hex. So TC just goes and right clicks and he gets a lot of gold off the back end of that fight. I mean, he just pushed up his MKB, and now he's up to 2,000 gold already yet again. He has the Aegis, so he's right now going to sell his heal up for either a TP spot or another item. And he's feeling pretty good, it looks like. I mean, TC's starting to get towards this late game here.
Charge coming out on top lane. Trying to get Ush, but Ush just TP'd away.
Yeah, he just got out of there. Picks up the BKB as well, so... Ush is also having a really good game, 5-1-3 and 229 last hit. So, again, yes, Illidan is probably the most farmed in the game, but is that enough? That's really the question.
The two things that really turned the last fight was Ush hitting an arrow on Scandal and the DD rune that he had.
He was one club.
Yeah, bottom does a lot of damage to the DD. As Eddie Carry does. Yeah, they just hurt when they have DD.
Yeah, they really do. Oh, that's
what a game-winning rune. Maybe. That's a little premature. This game can still go either way.
Yeah, they really can. That's the thing. We could see this game go on for another 20 to 30 minutes or so. And this is the first game also, so... Again, Nyx Assassins, they probably have the advantage because they are on US East right now. The ping coming out from VP.POLAR is probably not that great, all things considered. But again, I guess you have some US West players coming out on Nyx Assassins as well, so there's also that to keep in mind. But
and when you get into late game situations, 40 minutes plus, it's whoever makes a mistake that loses the game. If TC makes a mistake with his positioning and he does, well, he had Blink Dagger to help out with positioning, but if he gets caught out of position without an Aegis and they blow him up, that could be a huge one team fight for VP and they could win the game. Or likewise, if Medusa gets caught in a bad position and gets hit by an arrow or something, that could be game over for VP. It's all about who makes that mistake. Nothing else really matters, you know, in deciding late game.
No,
actually that's a lie.
But at the same time, TC also has his Blink Dagger, or no, somebody, I thought TC bought his Blink Dagger.
He does, it's on him.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it for whatever reason. But yeah, he's got his Blink Dagger now, so his positioning is also going to be a bit of a problem here. Like you talked about, if TC gets caught in the position, I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. Shouldn't get caught in the position, he has his BKB. I really think it comes down to initiating from like, and when Nyx Assassins puts a pressure on VP.POLAR, it's never going to be easy fighting to the high ground, especially when you have a farmed Medusa. So at some point in time, especially with the Aegis, you're going to have to make a decision here and whether or not to fight anytime soon in the near future.
Medusa just bought a Demon Edge, so he could go MKB if he sees a butterfly coming out on either of the SNA carries. He could also just be going Rapier.
I mean, I'm hopeful for the manning up and getting the Rapier, man. That's my lifestyle. But Blink Stomp, Goblet getting caught out. Double it goes, and Goblet gets blown up as well. Just a nice gate coming through. And with that takedown, they can just go for the 2-2 tower. They'll throw out the illusion rope, trying to kill the creep wave. But Whitebeard is up front right now with his ultimate up, especially a level 3 ultimate. He can just sit here, tank, and even go to the high ground here in a couple of seconds as well. But they have another 2-2 tower in that top lane takedown, and they will do so by Ush keeping up in the top lane. They'll all rotate out of the lane and back away. So, I mean, at this point, virtus.pro are in a position where, okay, now they're starting to get pressure put on them. What do? Do you build the rapier? Do you build towards the MKB? As much as I want this to be a rapier, and as much as I think everyone wants this to be a rapier, I don't think that's the case. I think it's just going to be an MKB.
I mean, if he's going to save up his gold and work towards a buyback and having that available again, but if the game looks dire, he's going to just buy the rapier and hope for the best. That's the nice thing about buying the Demon Edge first. And Rapier on Deuce can definitely turn the tide of the game.
It's one of those Jesus take the wheel kind of things in that situation. We'll have to see how it plays out. Obviously, we still have a lot of time left. Well,
DK Phobos is working towards a refresher, which is going to be a huge item. There's only one BKB currently up on SNA. If you look at the impact of the supports this game, I don't feel like Godblack had too much of an impact on Spirit Breaker. Meanwhile, Whitebeard on this Wraith King is extremely farmed. He's basically another carry at this point.
Yeah.
And that ult and him just being in the front lines has done so much for Nyx and keeping their sniper protected.
This is my thought process during the draft, and I think I said it. I just don't know what you bring to the game as Godblack, you know, later on down the road. Maybe in the early game he's been effective, and he was involved in a couple of kills, but as the game goes on, Spirit Breaker really loses his effectiveness, I feel like. And yeah, he's got a halberd, he's also got a plate line that he's building towards an assault drop, he can never get there, but he's also got 7 deaths, which in comparison to what Whitebeard has, with 3 deaths, it's a kind of a big difference. Aegis is gone now for Seeking Nyx Assassins, and I'll have to wait a couple of minutes before that's up again. Scandal, after getting his Hex, has not really proceeded to another item. He has his plate mail like 2,000 gold thing, so can work on towards something here in a bit. Waiting Rip misses on Ush, he just phases, and Ush just actually leaks away with no TP scroll. He's just sitting in the lane for whatever reason. Finally just goes back to farming, so.
Ush wasn't sure if there were heroes behind Scandal, and Scandal was blinking forward to initiate on him, but Scandal was just farming the wave. Once he realized that, he just stood there and was like, okay, I'm safe, I can just farm this. And then get out. Yeah, I can just sit here and press H, hold position. Wait for the creeps to come, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he can do his favorite pastime. He's up to 304 last hits now, so he is really hitting his creeps. But already closing it by 100 is going to be that damn Medusa, virtus.pro. Illidan has been hitting some creeps for this game. He's got 3.4k gold. And look at that. Some interesting win rates coming out. I think that's win rates.
Yeah, I see the percentage sign.
Yeah, so, reduced before 40 minutes, 15% after 40 minutes. Loses some of its potential, so. Excellent, good. Glad that we got that settled. But, as it stands now, 40 minutes into the game, I don't know, this is a game where if you have a sniper and a... Okay, there it is! Alright, that just escalated quickly. You thought he was going to sit for buyback, and I thought so too.
No, he just went straight in for the rapier.
That's Illidan for you, man. Just every single time it's just like... You know, he'll probably get an MKB here now.
No, he had no reason to get the MKB. He was watching the item choices on Sniper, or his team was, on Sniper and Mirana. Mirana actually did get an Eagle Song. But Sniper, he picked up a Ultimate Orb for either a Scotty or a Lincoln's. I'll make that decision soon. VP saw that they had the gold for the rapier. They were getting extremely close to the refresher on Tide, which he now has. It's go time.
It is go time.
VP is about to smoke up and just go down a lane and see if they can win the game.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, if this doesn't pay off, it's probably game over for them. They're going to lose the rapier, more likely. But I don't know if SNA know about this. They should. They've seen him in lane. They know he does a shit ton of damage to the creep. So, Illidan's ready to go here. He's just marching down mid. They're not even smoking. They just want this tower. And Arrow's going to sail through, missing completely. Illidan is in the front lines. Well, this is the first Divine Rapier for Illidan Storm Rage here on the Medusa. Something I'm excited about. We'll have to see how this goes. Again, he's got a split shot ready to go. He's not even turning it off. He's just barring away on this tower. If they try to initiate, they're just going to get blown up.
Yeah, VP's waiting for the initiation onto Illidan, and once that happens, Tide goes in with double Ravage. And they do have a BKB on Mike, they also have the BKB on Ush. But if he blinks directly onto Ush and Ush doesn't pre-pop his BKB, he's getting double Ravaged.
And then he's dying. More likely than not. Roshan is still not up here for it's a max Roshan duration. Unbelievable. Even when VP decided to put on all the pressure, they can't even get Rosh. It's not up for another minute and 40 as we saw just a moment ago. And they're not pushing us to the high ground. They're taking this a bit more safely as they should, and then they have to Divine Rapier on Illidan, who by the way all of a sudden gets back up to about 1800 gold, so he will have buyback if he does go down. But that's, I mean, if you have buyback, you're also losing that Rapier, so there's that.
Yeah, buyback doesn't really matter so much for Medusa anymore.
No, I don't think so. Oh, the courier! Oh god, no! Next assassins, they lose the courier. That is an ultimate orb for TC, which he was building towards
Scotty.
So yeah.
That just got delayed.
Yeah, that really did. And he actually had the money for it too, like completely.
Yep. He's gotta wait 3 minutes for Scotty, and in that 3 minutes, VP they want to stay around the Roche pits. They'll probably push bottom lane in when they see it's. I don't see them forcing another engagement before Roshan spawns.
No, but you can imagine that Roche is going to be very important for both these teams.
Oh, yes.
Like, you've got to make something happen here if you're virtus.pro or Phoenix Assassins. You can't let this go. Oh, that arrow from Lil almost connecting on it, but he's fine. Illidan's walking up to the high ground. Ush is trying to man up, but you're against the Rapier. Blink Stomp goes. Force out Illidan. Getting caught low. Mantis up, though. The damage coming through. Whitebeard getting ravaged. There's one. They popped the BKBs, but Ush still stunned up. He's stone gazed as well. Godlike Ward Trap. Mystic Flare on Whitebeard. He did already use the reincarnation. Second Ravage going in as well. They already lost Whitebeard. Godlike still alive. Ush will connect and get one kill on the backside. Fluff getting low. TC right clicking a couple of heroes down. Sandal getting low as well. Two down on both sides, but the buyback from Whitebeard. We're still going, boys. TC's backs up though, and that should be the end of the fight. A bit anticlimactic and maybe not getting as much done as virtus.pro would have liked with that double Ravage, but still an okay fight coming out from them.
If they forced the buyback on Whitebeard, that fight could have actually gone a lot better for VP. Medusa stunned Potom while Ush was in his BKB. They just didn't have any sight on him because their gem is on Scandal, or their one gem during that fight was on Scandal. He was fighting over in this area and their Potom was trapped here in a stun. So too far away to get the gem vision. Potom lived without buyback up, or gold for buyback rather, on maybe a quarter HP. Put Medusa right there.
I mean, if Ush gets caught out and gets killed there, and they even have to force that buyback, that's insane pick coming out from virtus.pro, but...
Yeah, with double Ravage on cooldown now, this next Roche Snaw's gonna try to pick up.
And they can get this. And virtus.pro are not making their way over there right now. They're farming the jungle, and this is not what you want to do. Illidan is thinking of another Demon Edge. That is going to be an MKB this time around. So, well, I mean, they will have the damage, but they can't.
It could just be another Rapier. That is entirely possible. TC drops his drums to pick up the Aegis. His courier's going to be up in 30 seconds so he can finish the Scotty.
And he also is winning later buyback as well. I think 3.5k. He's good to go. So maybe it's time for Nix Assassin's fight. They don't really have anything to lose. I mean, they don't have buybacks, I guess, on pretty much every hero except for TC. So if they do go down,
no, they'll have a buyback on Potom. They just don't have it on the other three.
But that's I mean, at this point, they don't lose that much if they lose a fight here. I was just going to walk right into Illidan. There's the Mantis style. He does have a cheese. He's not using it yet, obviously. He's kind of waiting and baiting it in. There's the Stampede to get him out. Ice Mike not going to blink in. He's not going to jump in with the stomp. He actually gets forced away. He's got his BKB. Ravage is up. No, not for another 18 seconds, but Whitebeard getting low. Reincarnation is going to pop. And they might just leave him there. Not a great initiation from seeking Nix Assassins. Whitebeard gets caught out again. Ancient Seal charge. He's dead for an 83-second time span. He did just buy back, so he's down for some period of time here, and that's kind of important.
They know that there's two gems on VP.POLAR. They Potom ult and they walk directly at a tier 2 tower.
Yeah, that's not the smartest play coming up from Nix Assassins.
Yep, interesting play there.
That's all you can really say about it.
They know that the buyback is on cooldown as well, and he's got a longer death time because he did use the buyback right after dying. So they're going for high ground. They might rotate into bottom because there's no tier 3 tower there with this next creep wave going into the T3 mid. Or they might just go mid. They do have double Ravage up right now, though.
Yeah, they're good to go. They're ready. They actually supposed to come Phobos. Scandal doesn't get up with it. Blink Stomp Mike trying to initiate. Force back out. There's going to be the Ravage onto 3. Refresh. They're going to blow everybody up. TC. Aegis expended. Buyback from Ush. Who gets blown up. Fluff has got to pop his wards, he will, but what is that going to do? DC caught out, he's hexed up, he will have buyback, but they're running over Nick's Assassins right now. He pops his BKB, but he's in trouble. He's alone, there's the dust going. The right click from Illidan, he's got to cheese, but Illidan, he's got his mana shield, he's the tankiest hero on the planet. They can't bring him down. His mana's about to go, but it doesn't matter at this point. They're running over Nick's Assassins. The hex up on Godlike, but they can actually just take the base if they want to, if they decided to focus it down. They're actually backing up now. TC is going to town on Godlike. He looks like he will fall. Another TP this time from Whitebeard. No blink out or catch anybody out of position. Arrow sailing through. Scandal's not going to get caught out. The TP from Lil looks like he will make it out alive. No, the first hit bash from TC's SAB. Unbelievable. But they do not chase down the Medusa, who is the highest value target at this point. And they've run over
needs to push. Snot absolutely needs to push. They just used 3 buybacks. Their Rasta, their Sniper, and their Mirana. And double Ravages on cooldown. This is their chance to strike now.
Yeah, but there's every single buyback from virtus.pro. Every single hero has buyback, which is kind of ridiculous, but Illidan is going to be a tough cookie to crack here. I don't really know. I mean, there's going to be Stone Gaze. Whitebeard just brought low already. His reincarnation is down. He just blows up. And as much tankiness as you are with the Wraith Game, you do nothing against this Divine Wraith for your Illidan. He does get Wraith Fire blasted. Us is going to pop the BKB, but he gets bashed up. Another bash. The Bash Lord, Godlike bringing him low. They bring down Whitebeard, now Ush is going to get caught out. BKB's done, Gush goes, he does leap away. He's going to Manta out of the Ancient Steel. He's so low, but he might survive. There's going to be the charge. Illusory Orb, they really want this kill, and they will finally pick it up with the charge. He's down for 160 seconds. That should be at least a set of racks here for Virtus Pro, it looks like.
Oh, Medusa's half HP and out of mana. Or low mana, I should say. But yeah, they've got 100 seconds of no Podum and another 45 no Wraith King. That's probably 2 sets of racks here for VP. Their first Ravage is coming up right now.
They can't get the top set of racks. There's the tier 2 tower there. Unfortunate for Virtus Brawler, but I mean, they're cleaning house now, and that Rapier pickup actually probably just won them the game, I think.
VP chose to play it safe and just go for bottom lane racks. They could have gone for throne there as well.
No, they're going to take 2 sets of racks, and now for Nick's Assassin, this game becomes not necessarily impossible, but difficult, and they will call GG. So, after a huge Divine Rapier purchase coming out from Illidan Storm Rage, someone who's got some questionable item decisions many times, turns out to be the correct choice, and they run over Nick's Assassins for the well-played first game of the DotaPit Season 2 group stages. And he has the 4th highest last hits ever as well. Great game from virtus.pro.
I talked a lot about the heroes that Sneaky Nick's Assassins had to protect their sniper, but the heroes that protected Medusa and the just general tankiness of that hero